We about to get over here and then I'm gonna stream out this concrete out the back of this truck. This is called stringing, should I say, stringing the concrete. You know, if you can make it much more smaller, you make it much more smaller. I had the water still running. Let's see how much water I got. I done put about up here, the water's right here at 20 because I use it to wash down. So I went to a job site that they had too much concrete, so now I gotta dump it out. I never even got the pour, so they sent me back to the plant. So I put about, because I try to water it down, I put about 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I put about 100 gallons of water in there. So it kind of make it easier. It's not tight when I stream out the concrete. So now I'm about to let this down. And I'm gonna throw in the chute. Throw in one chute. So the hopper is still down. I'm gonna let it up. So this is the hopper. I don't know if you can see it. Block this sun. The second one. I switched it off. Now it's up. You always gotta make sure it's up when you unloading. For any reason. Because your hopper start looking like that down at the bottom. Concrete starts splashing on it, and then you gotta bang it off or chisel it off. Use a chisel gun. So I'm gonna pull this to the side so I can actually see it. I'm gonna pull this over more so I can see it in my rear view mirror when I'm pouring. second string of concrete. So we're gonna back up. We're gonna do it again until every bit is out. We're backing up now. This is what I stringed out. So you want to make sure you string it out where it ain't too thick on top of each other. But this is pretty good. It's easy to kind of break up. I don't water it down as much as I can. So now we're gonna slow this barrel down. And we're gonna push it back in charge, because it's actually in discharge right now. So that means it's pushing everything back in. So when I wash down, the water goes in there. So anytime we wash, and once again, pay attention to the way the wind is blowing. You want to wash it down based upon which way the wind is blowing. Matter of fact, let me get out this guy way right quick, because he got to dump his concrete. So I'm going to get back on this truck and then get out his way. So the wind is actually blowing towards me, so which is pretty good, because when I wash off the truck, I'm going to go on the back of the truck. So when the water starts falling, the wind is going to blow it away from me. And that's how you really want to wash down your truck, if you can do it like that. You know, if you can position your truck a certain way. But when it's cold out here, that's one thing you don't want to do. You do not want to get wet when it's cold outside. And never forget to put your hopper down. You know, you rinse off whatever can be rinsed off. We're putting the hopper down now. Now it's down. So, you know, you get whatever you can get from whatever angle. And sometimes you be thinking you get it. You have gotten most of the concrete off, and sometimes you didn't. You know, so that's why some of the times the chutes be looking, these are cold chutes that I'm spraying down. This is why the chutes sometimes look the way they do when you see most drivers, as they miss some spots. And the more you keep missing it, the more it builds up. Let's see how the wind blowing, curving the water. So that's how you really want to wash down your truck. All the mist is going over that way. Always want to make sure when you finish washing, you always want to get the bottom of these. Even here, these crevices, and the crevice right here. And I tell you, when you're washing down, make sure you're not too close to this when it's dripping. You see how it's dripping? And if the wind is blowing and you just standing right here, man, your whole pants be wet. It happened to me. Whole pants is getting wet. By the time I notice, my whole pants is soaking wet. So remember, it's hot water. So you feel a little warm, but you ain't thinking, you're like, okay, I'm feeling warm. And once that water stops dripping, man, you start getting cold. So you got him, he's streaming out. He did that piece right here, that third row. 1, 2, and then 3 over that way. So when you're washing down, it usually gets down on the back of it and on the top of these things. You know, you get whatever you can get. Flip this chute up. If the chute is falling, if this chute is ever falling, don't try to catch this thing. Especially if it's falling back and this metal thing over here, and you trying to catch it, you will most likely smash your finger. And even though it's aluminum, it's a little bit light, it's still got some type of force. You can smash your finger and you will mess your finger up. Cause I tried it. I tried to catch it. I don't know why I tried to catch it. It's aluminum. It ain't gonna bang. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. It'll hurt you, but it ain't gonna hurt the truck because it's falling on the truck. That thing falling, let that thing fall. Move out the way. Let it hit the ground. Let it do whatever it want to do. Then you pick it up after. Now I'm about to climb up on this ladder. 3-hand contact, at least 3-point of contact. I said 3-hand contact. 3-point of contact when climbing up the ladder. Because you know, one hand got to leave the ladder, one foot got to leave the ladder at some point in time. So now we up here and on top of this chute. So it kind of, when you up here, it kind of gives you, it helps you out to get in certain corners that you couldn't get to down there. Got rubber mats in here because it helps it not stick too much. If it was metal, it probably would have stuck a little bit more. I had metal before. I kept mine clean in my last company I was at. Kept it fairly clean, but it takes consistency. Here you can never forget in this crevice in this corner over here, but it builds up. I seen people concrete build up to where it almost took up the whole back of it in the corners. It's crazy. blades. Remember, you don't want to put too much water. You put too much water, remember, you gotta get loaded. And if you put too much water, you can get a rejected load. So some people, after they finish washing out, they'll actually dump the water again and just leave whatever crumbs up on the fins. Me, I don't do that. I just let the water stay in there, and I'm kind of mindful of how much water I'm putting in. I just want to get it to where the blaze is kind of clear water, just about. Not, they gotta be 100% clear, but kind of where you don't see clumps of rocks and sand falling, and it ain't too cloudy. So as long as it's not too cloudy, I'm good. So you always want to get the back of here. So you see I got a build up, but it's not as bad as some others. But it builds up after a while, and they can get real thick. And you don't want that. You definitely want to keep your rollers greased. You don't want it dry. That's what give it the mobility to move smooth. Yeah, I try to keep it decent. We about done now. I'll go down and put this chute back on the side of the truck. I'm just spraying off the barrel and the excess concrete. You know, I get it off. Want to get as much off as possible so you ain't got too much work to do. When you go and have to clean it, you know, whenever you do. I know I got this thing is all jumpy and looking all crazy. Put up the ladder. Gonna lift this up. Swing it around. Take this off. Be careful with this. This is metal. This thing hit you in your kneecap or your shin, you hurt. It happened to me. Anything I tell y'all, because it happened to me or it happened to somebody that I know. Had one guy fall off the ladder the last time, and that's high. That's a little shy from 1 story up. This ladder that we got to climb up on. So you falling from just about 1 story. See the clear water falling? That's what you want to see. I'm gonna lift up this last chute. Get whatever little crumbs that's left. Now we're putting these hoses back on. The hose back on the truck. Wind it up on in, and we gonna press ready to load. And we gonna get another load. Always rinse off your water hose. And don't leave it dirty. That's part of cleaning your truck. Now we gonna let out this air so I can get more water. Cause I got about 10, 20, 30, about 40 gallons of water left. What's up?
You did unemployment?
No, I ain't even do it. Cause I need the money now. So, other than that, I would have did it if I ain't need it. Yeah, I'd have definitely did it. But I appreciate that though.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, you did it?
I did it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to use go 5 days or 4 days.
Yeah, that's what I had to do.
I'm not gonna have it.
I used all of my PTO time and then one of my vacation days. So,
You don't have nothing for the rest of the year.
no, I still got 2 weeks left. Yeah, I still got 2 weeks vacation left.
Okay.
Yeah. If I didn't, then I probably wouldn't have did it. Yeah. Because they gave me my extra week this year. Oh, okay. I feel you. I told you, I'm like, I'm ready. I holler at you.
Yeah, we were talking about unemployment.
So I told y'all for the week. Matter of fact, I didn't tell you I had last week. I didn't film at all. My daughter came out, so I just chilled with my daughter and my wife and my son, and we had a nice, decent time. But the whole week we were off. It snowed, right? It snowed about 6 inches. And the crazy thing about it stayed cold that whole week. So it was like the snow didn't want to melt. Like the snow turned to ice. And like where I live at, they didn't even plow too good. So I usually, when it snowed and I see it coming out a little bit heavy, I usually try to get out there a little bit and get some of that stuff off. So whatever fall, I don't have too much to do. Clean off all the cars, the 3 vehicles, and clean it off. So I gotta clean up 3 vehicles, clean up the driveway, and push the snow out in the middle of the street. So now I gotta shovel part of the street of where I live at, because I live in a community. So I push that thing way out. So when he come with the truck, it doesn't push back on my property. The property that we're staying on. So that's what I did. So, but like I was saying, we were off the whole week. It was so cold. The plant was closed. I was sitting at the house waiting for a text. Every day we waiting for a text. And sometimes they let us know before that day, but they look at the time and they're like, hey, you know what? It's 2. I'm over here pushing, ready to load. Go here and beat. Yeah, so I'm over here and I'm like, man, it's cold. I think we had one of the days, I think it was like 10 degrees. So the plant was shut down. They ain't have no work. And I told y'all, the work is the work that we get is based upon weather and it's based upon customers. So if the weather don't permit it, sometimes that won't happen. If the customers don't have enough work, then a lot of people don't come into work. Sometimes they send everybody in and get one load, they send you home, so you be at work for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And sometimes you can get 8 hours, because depending on the time that they need the concrete. So it can work for you, it can work against you. So that's really what really happened the whole week. It just done. I had to use my time that they had given me. I got three weeks. 1 week PTO and 2 weeks vacation. So I used my whole week of PTO. And 1 day of my vacation, because I had used one of my PTO times. So that's what really happened. We just now coming back to work today. January 27th, 2025. So we all back here, back at work. I believe they're gonna make up for work. Not so much our company, but I'm sure they will. But the customers who we work for, they're gonna make up their work. So if they make up their work, that means that we get extra work. Excuse me. Yeah, but we just sitting here door at. Look like a barn. That's where we get loaded at. And that little hole, there's a hose on the floor. That's where we fill up with our water. I was trying to clean up on my truck earlier. Ooh, excuse me. I put this car seat in here and they got me sneezing. So now we're just doing the waiting game. But before I actually had when they sent me out for one of the job loads, when they sent me out, I had to do a slab. It's the sheet. It's your workload. You get 3 papers. 1, 2, and 3. So you get 3 sheets. And 1 sheet is yours, and you keep it. I'll turn the camera around to show you something. So you got a slab. We was delivering to this guy called Gleason. It's funny. I look at this name every time I hear this name. I see this name Gleason. My older brother used to make fun of me. He's like, "Hey, Gleason." He used to call me Gleason. Now I actually bumped into a guy named Gleason. He's Brazilian. Yeah, Brazilian people. They live out here in Delaware too. A couple of them. Yeah. So I'll tell you at the plant, the time, the date, and then it'll tell you the timing that you left. You know, after you got loaded. I don't know why it's so looking all crazy. 817, the order number, truck number, my name. We went to Earl Burns Metals. And they poured a slab. So on here, I tell you I had 7 yards. They said they wanted a 5 slump. That's here. That's here. They wanted the 5 slump. 7 yards. Anytime you see a 1 on here at the bottom, that means plus up. Meaning plus up mean they can order, they put in just in case if they come short. They keep them on the roster for that day, that they can still get more concrete. If they do not get the plus up on there, it could take a long time before they get concrete, because they never told the contractor that they need extra concrete just in case. So that's plus up is a just in case they need more. It can say they need more, and it can also mean just in case every time you see a 1 at the bottom. So here, the quantity. Dang, why this is like this? The quantity, if you can see, I don't know if you can see it really good. Hold on. Alright, here we go. I was wondering why the thing ain't clear. I had to change the settings. So, once again, the load, this is me. How many yards I have on my truck is 7 yards. And it's the plus up 1, like I said. And this is how many yards each truck. Anytime you see this, is the truck that's getting loaded. That's how many yards they have. They will be bringing the last yards they will be bringing. They only wanted 43. They have order quantity, meaning they want 43. I'm the last truck, and I'm the last 43 to bring them the load. So my load equal 43 yards after all the other trucks had went. This, I believe here, when you see that, that's the whole project itself that they're doing. There's about 3,000 313 yards of concrete in total. 3,000 square inch. That's the concrete, so that's the strength. Then you got the fiber, 9-chloride accelerator, meaning it helps it to the concrete basically to lock up faster, so it sets faster. So, but that's basically it. So until next time, so I get loaded, because I just don't want to be sitting here ain't doing nothing. But I'll holler at you later. Your host, Glenn. Till next time, life of a concrete driver.